Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to do a bit of a study one here. Got a message from somebody saying, why don't you go and have another look at the Scotch Gambit? Because I've been playing this Gambit recently with mixed results. You know, it's been okay. But it starts out of the Scotch and then you go kind of Danish style. But I used to play the Scotch Gambit. And for some reason, I kind of moved on to the Vienna and whatever. But when I went back to look at my real world results throughout my time on chess.com, it seems that the Scotch Gambit does pretty well, actually. So I thought, let's revisit it. And it seems that I didn't have a study on it. So I've made a bit of a study. I'm going to take you through that study in the view that you will see. So it's in interactive lesson mode, so it's going to walk you through it. Okay, so let's from the top. We've got 9, I think, chapters to go through. Okay, and that's probably enough to try and remember for most people. Okay, so what is the Scotch? Well, it comes out of the King's Knight position. So here we could play Italian, we could play Spanish, we could play Ponziani. We could play for the 4 knights, or we could play the Scotch with pawn to d4, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, black should capture the pawn. There is no other really reasonable move, and this is where we get into obviously one of many crossroads. The main line is to take here, but I guess c3 is also playable. The Scotch Gambit technically continues with bishop c4. Now you could also get this from an Italian as well, kind of thing. Okay, so the note's saying at master level, knight to f6 and bishop c5 are the most played. We're going to look at all of those. And they're also the most common at intermediate level. But at master level, it's like only these 2 moves. But at my level, these 2 moves constitute about half of the thing, so there's quite a few other variations on move 4 that we'll have a look at. Okay, but we're going to start with the main line. So here's the point. Okay, so we're going to be looking at specifically the Scotch double gambit, right? So I mean, what's better than a gambit? It's like offer more stuff. It's like, no, we don't have a quadruple chocolate cookie yet, so nobody's invented it, you know. But it's got to be better than the triple chocolate cookie, huh? Anyway, so the most common move here is to push e5 with tempo against the knight. Very reasonable. You're not going to go wrong with that. But the double gambit continues with this. Now, here's the thing about the double gambit. With accurate play, black is fine. And this actually, at higher levels, like 2000 up, this is a very drawish line, actually. However, black has to know exactly what to do. So we'll show the main line here. Okay. Now, if black loses his nerve and fails to capture the pawn, he's worse in every single line, right? So he's got to take the pawn, right? We now pin the knight with our rook. Okay. And saying, what would you play in this position? So I've got no notes on this. So we have to save the bishop. I don't know about putting pressure on that knight here. Did we just go there? Did we just go here? What do we play in this position? I don't know, that's few. You take the pawn. All right, okay. Queen takes. And now you get to play this. That's it, knight to c3. Why? Well, the pawn can't take because the queen's undefended. And the knight can't take because it's in an absolute pin. So you get to do this, and we actually win the knight back. Okay. What would I play in this position? I don't know. I mean... So obviously my notes are incomplete, but I'll go back and do it. So, you know, by the time you see this, it'll be... Okay, so this prevents castles, it develops, and I would take that all day long, yeah. And I mean, this looks good, you know. This bishop's pinned, They've got doubled and isolated pawns on the d file. We're already castled. No, we can't do that because the knight is defending the bishop. So, okay, just drop back and pressure. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. What would we play here? Don't know. Show me. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so now we've got 3 attackers on there. Okay. And so this is fine. I mean, but like I say, this is the main line. You're not going to see that very often, even though they are all the most common moves, but you're not going to go all the way down this line because there's so many ways to branch off, and they tend to be worse for black. Okay, so we're going to look at one little variation here already, right? The Way of the Coward, Part 1, D6. Okay, this is just not good because we take the pawn, we just simply trade queens. King takes is the most common, right? And we just play on. We win 60% already from this position. Black has lost castling rights, so one of these rooks is going to have a hard time getting out into the board, right? We are ready to get castled, bring the knight out. Happy days, okay? So, don't have to worry about that. All right, let's look at the Haxo Gambit, a family favourite. Okay, the Scotch accepted, the Scotch Gambit. And now when they bring their bishop out here, now we've said these are the 2 most common moves, right? This is actually the next most common after this knight move. So if they play knight f6, we castle and offer the second pawn, okay? If they play knight f6, I might investigate e5 and see if that's more fun, but we'll see. And now this is the Haxo Gambit. You push c3, right? And that is a huge mistake. Getting greedy and grabbing the extra pawn. Why? Because look at this bishop here, by the way. And remember the position of this bishop, because forking the king and that bishop is a theme. Okay, bishop takes f7 check. The best move in chess. Queen up here. We have a fork, right? King moves out of the way. Now, you can just grab the bishop straight away, but it's even betterer to do a sneaky move that exposes this rook, right? Queen h5 check now. Then you grab the bishop. Then you grab the pawn, and oh no, my rook. Okay? So it's now the most successful move. I've obviously started a note and not finished it. Is it that? Oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to think why it was the most successful move and didn't finish it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll probably just castle here. And there we go. You know, white is just better. Just better. So that is the Haxo Gambit. Lots of fun with that. Oh, 4h6 Danish style. Or but Denmark style. Let's go. The Scotch. Accepted the Scotch Gambit. h6. Black is nervous about the bishop and knight teaming against f7. Right? I understand that. But, so it says the d4 pawn is available. We can do that. Castles is also great, but for even more fun, with all the family, we go full Danish style. Right? Attacking this, okay? And now we can simply recapture the pawn, we can castle, and you get to play some Danish fun as well, out of the Scotch. Right? So this is very, very Goering-like. So, you know, you get best of both worlds. But you also get the Haxo, you know, thrown in for your money. Okay, next chapter, Way of the Coward, Part 2. If you enjoyed Way of the Coward, Part 1, okay, Scotcheroo, we do this, and now they play d6, okay? And we don't have to worry about this, we can just grab the pawn back, and out comes the queen. We're now ready to castle, right? Where's black's development? Ain't got nothing, okay? The computer actually likes this move, that I don't understand at all. But there you go. But it works well as well in practice, so go figure. Anyway, so we don't worry about d6 at any point, okay? Now, hacks on, hacks off. So we're going Haxo style again. With the Scotch, they accept. We bring out the bishop. And this move also should trigger Haxo mine. So if the bishop comes to there or to there, doesn't matter. We go Haxo style. We could do that. Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Right, and now the knight comes out here. I mean, how else does he defend that? Bang. Bishop takes. Pawn can't even take back. Why not? Because it's checkmate on there. Yeah? So he castle, and now we can just sack the bishop and punch a hole in here, right? I guess probably knight takes here. Yeah, there we go. Equal material, but white is just fully developed. All we have to do is castle, and black is not going to have a nice day. Yeah, sound good? Excellent. Now, we have to do it the line that's best for black. Okay, bishop out here. They play bishop b4 check. Okay. Now there's, I mean, c3 is just absolutely obvious really here. And now you can take with a pawn with tempo. That's fine. You can also take with a knight. But castles actually does really well here. And we just recapture here. White wins 65% of the time in that line. Right, now I've not gone down all the different branches and whatever that can do. You can do that in your own time if you want to. But that is actually the best, black's best option is to come out here. But I think we're fine. We just, again, treat it very Danish-like, like a Danish gambit. And we crack on. Okay, last couple. This one's lovely. 5 bishop c5. The Scotch, they accept. They do this. Knight comes out. We offer the second pawn. Okay, and now they come out here. Now, do you remember what I said a little while ago? Yeah, about these two. Okay, but here we're not sacking on here, right? Because there's still a pawn on the d file, right? But we are going to try and fork these two from these positions. So which square? Pop quiz. To which square should our queen be heading? Okay, so let me show you. We push the pawn. We to take the knight. They have to take our bishop. Okay. Now we give check with the rook. They block. And what we're going to do now, pressure the pinned bishop and tempt black into a thunder blunder. What is the thunder blunder that we are talking about? Let me show you. Okay. Notice this open file with a rook on it and a king at the other end. Okay, so it's knight here, queen here, just recapturing the pawn, developing move, might castle either way. Thunder blunder. Why? Takes. Queen can't take because the rook's on it. And now for our future presentation. Remember, what did we say? Can you find it? Queen h5. Check, wins the bishop, right? And we're castled, right? It's just horrible, okay? And we're just going to win from there. Just one more to look at. Is this 6f5, okay? Scotch Gambit, knight comes out, we castle. That's not 6x5 at all. Pin the knight. Okay, right, okay, so this is the variation of it. Okay, this is move 6. Okay, well, I don't know what to play in this position at all. Alright, developing move, hitting the queen. Okay, they have to do that. We trade off. What would I play in this position? No? Okay, well, we need some notes on this one. But white is also just better in this line as well now. I mean, this is quite a weakening move. There you go. So, the Scotch Gambit, heap of fun. And let's see if we might get the chance to play it on the speed run later on. So, yeah. So feel free to come and take a clone of this study if you want. I'll put the link in the description. I will go back and fill in some of the missing comments so that if you just want to train it yourself, you can do. And the octopus will help. Okay, thanks for watching then, and I'll see you later.